Sector 17 hadn't settled after dark. It never really did. It just changed its kind of movement. Food stalls pulled their lights down as street dealers moved under awnings. Repair bays came alive behind half-closed doors, torch glare spilling through cracks and turning the pavement white for half a second at a time. Sid brought the ree-clav in slow, keeping one hand low on the wheel and the other near the new PDW resting beside the seat. Mech sat behind him, half buried in cables, a cracked tablet balanced on one knee.
I'm just saying, if you were going to buy a new piece, you maybe could have also bought a relay stabilizer.
You paying?
Nope.
Then keep wiring.
Mech made a face and went back to the mess under the dash. Two stripped wires hung from the panel like exposed nerves. The rear-view screen flickered between static, black, and a warped image of the street behind them. Sid glanced once at his street link. No reply from Mirage, no missed signal, and nothing waiting. He told himself she was probably off-channel or sleeping or ignoring him because that was easier than naming the other options. Outside, the dog kept pace near the right rear wheel. It had followed them since the service corridor. Never too close and never far enough to shake.
By the way, that dog's still there.
Then it's got some bad judgment.
It's a he. Maybe he likes the neighborhood.
Nobody likes this neighborhood.
I heard that, Sid. You close?
2 blocks out. And I meant nobody but me likes this neighborhood. I mean, some people like it, but never mind.
Bring it through the lower gate. And don't stop for anyone standing in the road, unless they're bleeding from somewhere important.
That a general rule, or tonight specific?
Tonight's not special yet, but it's getting there.
Rook's shop sat under an old service ramp with half the signage burned off and the rest painted over. No name out front or posted hours, just a massive rolling steel door, a pair of lookouts on the roof line, and enough noise inside to tell anyone smart that the place was working. The door lifted before Sid reached it. The shop was larger than Sid expected. He didn't see any customers, just old armor plates leaning against lift posts, empty pizza boxes and Chinese takeout containers, and assorted bottles. Crates sat open on work tables. A pair of hood legends loaded magazines into guns of various sizes near the back wall, while another man painted black bars across a stack of scuffed face shields. Rook stood under the lift with both arms dark to the elbow, darker than his brown skin. Grease worked into every line of his hands. He looked at the ree-clav once.
So you've been driving around in a double-decker lunchbox with windows.
It's gotten me this far.
That's not an argument. It's evidence of neglect.
He's got a lot of that as well.
Mech?
Right. Wiring.
Rook wasn't the patient type. He quickly pointed at the front grille, wheels, the lower side panels, the windows, then the upper deck.
Tire guards, side skin, shutters, roof cage, and a breech blade.
Wait a minute. Roof cage?
You've got a second level, right? Use it. If you need to watch a street or climb out without opening the side door, that cage keeps you from getting pulled off the roof like meat off a bone.
That's, real comforting.
You want comforting? Buy some plants.
The couple of hours went into the vehicle in ugly pieces. A massive breech blade mounted on the front, tire guards bolted over the front wheels, scrap armor along the lower panels, folding metal shutters over the side windows, a reinforced frame around the main door, a roof cage welded over the upper deck with a hatch cut through from inside. Rook's people worked fast because they'd done this before, and nobody in the shop acted like this was a favor. Mech took over a sloped utility console beside the lower deck work seat once the shutters were mounted. It wasn't part of the Eterna build. Nothing about it was. Rook's people had bolted it over the old interior panel, and Mech ran bad wire through worse channels, swearing at every connector like each one had offended his family. The console gave him control over the shutters, rear camera feed, roof hatch sensor, and a few exterior lights that probably shouldn't have been tied together in the first place. He bolted a cracked rear camera monitor above it, its casing held in place with two mismatched brackets and a strip of heat tape.
Okay, so the good news is I can make the shutters close from inside.
And the bad news?
They might also close if someone sneezes near the fuse box.
Fix that shit.
That was me describing the fix.
Rook climbed down from the exterior ladder, boots hitting the shop floor with a heavy clank. Above him, the new roof cage sat welded over the upper deck, crude and practical.
You can access it from inside now. Upper level hatch. The latch isn't going to win any beauty contests, but she'll hold.
And the rear monitor?
Half working, maybe 60% working if the streetlights behave.
Yeah, well, the streetlights won't behave.
As if the block heard him, the lamps outside cut out, in sequence.
There it is.
There what is?
The kickoff. It's time to rock, boys.
Rook walked to a wall-mounted scanner and hit the side twice until the picture steadied. A city channel opened in fragments. Not clear footage, no map, just fragments. Several LACDF roadblocks marked roads near the Sector 20 approach. Two more blinked yellow, then red. A route map tried to update and failed halfway through. For a second, the screen showed Barranca Depot. Then the image tore sideways and showed a service lane packed with bodies moving too fast to beat traffic. Then it snapped back to the map.
Damn, that's a lot of closed streets.
No, that's a funnel.
Sheesh. Let me guess. Fallouts?
Yeah, they're probably pushing in from sectors 19 and 20. My peeps are holding at Barranca Depot on the other side of those sectors. So we're cut off. That's okay. We'll just blast right through them.
Your headquarters, Rook?
One of them. It's an old transit hub on the 1920 border. If they take that, they can cut some major service routes off.
So why you still here?
Because I was busy making your lunchbox house a lot harder to kill.
Sid?
What now?
Your not dog is inside.
Sid looked toward the bench built along the lower deck wall of the ree-clav. The dog had slipped in through the open side door during the blackout. It sat tucked beneath it, dirty and still, watching the shop like it had paid rent.
Get him out.
I'm not touching that dog.
You've touched wires that could cook your fingers into burnt curly fries.
Wires don't judge you.
Ah, come on. Leave him. Animals don't walk into bad metal unless they know where the air's moving.
That's supposed to mean something?
Means your ride has a new passenger.
The shop door lifted again. The street outside looked different now. Same cracked pavement, stacked buildings, and broken service ramps pressing overhead. But people had started moving with purpose. One woman dragged a crate behind her, while two men pulled a shutter down across a storefront. A kid ran past with a radio tucked under one arm, breath coming fast. Somewhere farther north, a sound rolled between the structures. It wasn't thunder. Engines. Rook grabbed an assault rifle from the table and checked the magazine. Then he pulled more mags from an open crate and stuffed them into his backpack.
I'm going to Barranca Depot. Anyone staying here can lock in with my shop crew.
Define lock in.
Doors shut. No one opens them until morning. Or the gunfire stops.
That's a terrible definition.
Come on, I'll drive you.
Wasn't gonna ask.
You were absolutely gonna ask, Rook.
Yeah, but I was gonna make it sound like your idea.
Sid climbed into the cab and fired up the newly armored ree-clav. Mech slid into the rear work seat and settled in at the sloped utility console. Rook took the passenger side, rifle across his knees. The dog stayed tucked beneath the lower deck bench. Sid glanced back once.
Last chance.
The dog blinked.
Fine then.
The ree-clav rolled out of Rook's shop heavier than it had gone in. It didn't feel fast, and it didn't feel that safe either. It just felt harder to open. Mech thumbed the rear monitor awake. The image wavered, then snapped into a grainy view of the street behind them.
Rear cam is up.
Can you keep it up?
Spiritually? Yes. Technically? Let's see.
Kella watched the far side of the platform where Sid had been stopped earlier. The black and red gangers were still there, but they had spread out since then. One by the stairwell, two near the ticket arch, another by the service gate, leaning against the frame like he had all night.
Those were the guys from before.
I know, Kella.
The one with the green and orange tags made them back off.
Rook's his name.
You know him?
I know of him.
So maybe his people know how to get us out of 20 before the Fallouts own the whole damn sector.
Lina didn't answer right away. She looked across the platform again, checking the exits one by one. The normal way out had a Fallout posted near it now. The upper stair had two more. The service gate had started taking people through slower, stopping some, waving others back.
That doesn't sound good.
Nothing sounds good right now.
They moved before the crowd could thin any further. Lina kept Kella close and cut toward the rear of the station, away from the bright signs and open lanes. The rear stairwell sat behind a dead vending wall, half hidden by old ads and pipework. The light above it buzzed weakly. The air coming up from below smelled like piss, rust, and hot electrical plastic.
This is disgusting.
Keep moving.
They started down. Their footsteps changed on the metal steps. The station noise fell behind them, replaced by the hollow sound of the lower access tunnel. At the bottom, a door hung open into the night street beyond. For 1 second, it looked clear. Then a Fallout stepped into the doorway. Big, with a black and red coat. The ganger's bare arms were marked with old track lines and fresh stim ports, and his jaw worked like he was chewing something that wasn't there. Where the fuck you girls going? Kella stopped hard enough that Lina felt it through her wrist.
Kella, back up.
Nah, come here, girlie. He lurched toward them, smiling through a string of yellow spit, and Lina's hand slipped into her pocket until it found her switchblade. Then someone behind him shouted,
"Hey, leave him alone!"
a middle-aged man with a thick mustache and a bad limp. The Fallout turned. The man hit him with something small and desperate. A bottle, maybe. It didn't matter. The ganger took the hit, paused, then drove the man into the wall with both hands. The sound was wet and final enough to make Kella cover her mouth. Lina didn't wait.
Run!
Lina?
Now!
The girls bolted past the doorway while the fallout was still bent over the man. Behind them, the stairwell filled with screaming. They ran into the night without knowing which street they'd entered, only that the station behind them no longer had a way out.